There's everything to play for as we look ahead to day 3. We said in my previous preview, I think, that we'd know much more as to how this tournament is going to unfold after day 2.
South Africa against England. Ciabello Senatla has some space and he takes full advantage every time he gets it, and Senatla.
It was a huge game. South Africa again looked very good. We know about Colby at fullback, Senatla on one wing, but what about this guy Obe, Luther Obe on the other wing? We haven't talked much about him. Not only was he good in attack, but boy did he put in some sterling defence.
It really has been the worst possible start for the men in white.
England went behind by 16 points, and I think it was tremendous testament to their character that they were able to come back and secure that bonus point, which now stands them in good stead and gives them a chance, gives them a lifeline really in this tournament, and a chance to progress through to the Cup semi-finals. England will know when they walk onto that field to face the USA, all the other games will have been played or they will be in progress. They need to score a hatful of tries. They need a bonus point come what may. From what we've seen of the USA so far, you would certainly back England to get that bonus point, and you certainly back them to get the final place as the best runner-up team into the semi-final. It's the old Gaelic shrug, isn't it? France, they haven't given the supporters much to shout about, but they're quite capable of finishing with a flourish. I can't see them beating South Africa, but then again, who knows? Looking ahead to the New Zealand-Ireland game, New Zealand, just like South Africa, proved that they can play without the ball. In the second half, Australia came back at them, and New Zealand hardly had their hands on the ball during that period. But the way they managed the game, they slowed it down. In that last 20 minutes, New Zealand, to my mind, can well make it to the final. Ireland have never progressed through to the Cup semi-finals, but furthermore, they've never beaten New Zealand either. Here is their opportunity, and Mike Ruddock will have coached them well. He knows exactly what Ireland need to do. He'll have formed a game plan, and if Ireland stick to that game plan, then they're quite capable of upsetting the Baby Blacks. But they've lost the influential playmaker Tom Daly, who unfortunately has broken his hand, so he won't figure, and that's a huge blow for Irish hopes. There's not much to play for Australia nor Fiji, probably more so for Fiji in as much that they want to retain the Tier 1 status. And in fairness to them, that is what Bill Gandolo, the coach, said when they arrived in France. If we can retain that Tier 1 status, then it'll give us a chance to regroup, to build and to develop young players. We always knew that the decider in Pool C was going to be the game between Wales and Argentina, and that's exactly how it's panned out. Wales missed an opportunity to claim a bonus point win against Scotland, but I think the fear of losing overtook the will to win from a Welsh perspective. I think we had something over 100 kicks in that game, but it's going to take a whole squad performance from Wales. They need to retain their focus, certainly to defeat Argentina and find themselves in the Cup semi-finals. The question is, how do you stop Argentina? Big pack of forwards. They battered Scotland, they bruised Samoa. You know what you're going to get. It's going to be tough up front. Wales have to forget about any fancy offloading. They try to force the game against Scotland. They can't afford to do that against Argentina, so Wales will have to be on their mettle to withstand what is going to be one heck of an onslaught, I think, from Argentina, from the Pumitas. Looking ahead to the Scotland-Samoa game, I think Samoa will want to ensure that they're not in that relegation playoff, and they will also, like their neighbours Fiji, want to retain Tier 1 status. And I think they will look for inspiration to the win that their senior team secured against the Scots last weekend. But if Scotland play their running game, then I think they could well run Samoa off their feet. Who'll make it through to the semi-finals? That's a tough question. South Africa, most definitely. You would put money on New Zealand, but then again, never discount the Irish. Similarly, Wales and Argentina. If Wales win their A game, they'll go through. If they don't, Argentina will go through. And I think England will qualify.